What's up, guys? Welcome back to Burn the Ship, the podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to go all in on their business. And today we have on Adam. Adam, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for inviting me, Kel.
Of course. So go ahead, tell us about your business.
So right now I'm doing a business called Digital AI Magic, where we do digital marketing, but we also do AI for different types of businesses, mostly for marketing. So some of these that we have that you're not going to find in many other places is we actually have AI that can do outbound calls as well as inbound calling as well. So it'll answer questions, it can set up appointments, do customer service, it could do a ton of different things, just really depending on what your needs are for your business.
So, how long have you been doing this for?
This is actually pretty new. Um, I've been doing like digital marketing and SEO for about the past 14 years, but getting into this now with the AI, this has actually been more about a 3 or 4 months that we've been doing this
Okay.
as a business itself.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to start doing this?
So, in the circles that I kind of am in, and where I learn a lot about marketing and have a couple of different people that I follow, I keep seeing like kids in their 20s that are making 10, 20, $30,000 a month just selling digital marketing. And I was like, you know what? I already know how to do all that stuff. I want to make 10, 20, $30,000 a month or more doing this too. And so I was like, at the time in my career, it just kind of made sense. Things are a little bit more open. And so I just wanted to, like, here's my shot, here's my chance. I do have a partner that I work with or they don't really do much. They're kind of more of a financial partner, but he also does help with some things. And, it just seemed like the right time to make a change, and one that I think that wouldn't be too hard to grow pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you starting this like 3 or 4 years ago is actually like a solid time frame to get
Well,
into it, because now it's like developing into so much more, and I don't really know a lot about AI, and you would think that my generation would, like, I would know more, but I don't.
I'm sorry, I might have misspoke, but so we actually started about 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, okay.
And so one of the reasons why, so again, I've been doing digital marketing, working for other companies, and it just kind of was time to kind of branch out. But as we started doing this, like all this AI new stuff has kind of really popped up, and we were able to find and hire 1 or 2 people that can really help us, and they're the people that helped us build the AI that we've been using, which is like the inbound and outbound calling. We've actually now taken it to I can now have it write blogs, and it'll automatically upload it to my website. It'll then also go to Facebook and LinkedIn and different social medias, and it will write up like a post for the business saying, "Hey, check out our new blog," and it will come up with a link to go back to where the blog is. So, and that's all automatic. I just have to come up with the name of the blog that I want to write, and AI will do everything else, including write it on the website, send it out to Facebook, LinkedIn. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, technology is nuts nowadays. So you said that you were working like ISO. Did you study that like in school?
No. So about 14, 15 years ago is when I first started. I learned search engine optimization. And I learned that just on my own. I went to, I got a certificate on how to be a web designer, and over here at KSU. And it was cool. It was like a 10 or 12 month, no, it was like a 9 month program to learn how to do like, to build the website, stuff like that. And again, this is back in like 2010, 2011. And so I started making websites for people, and I realized I hate doing design, but I love numbers and I love trying to figure out stuff. So when I heard about engine optimization, I really jumped deep into that. And so, it was more about, getting more people to the website, doing more of the marketing stuff instead of the design stuff, and then also trying to figure out, okay, now that they're coming to the website, what pages are they going to? How long are they staying on there? And, how do we get them to come back? A lot of stuff like that. So there's also a lot of psychology involved as well.
Okay, interesting. So how do you like? What's your ideal clientele? Like, how do you rope people into
Sure.
having
So,
you help them?
so I would tend to work with a lot of chiropractors and dentists, people that need marketing but don't necessarily have the time to do it themselves, and they don't necessarily always want to hire someone because then they got to teach them how to do it. We're coming to an agency, basically like what I have. We've already worked with all these different types of people or different types of businesses. So we already know what we're doing, and we need to know how to take a local business and get them, hiring Google. We also, run Facebook ads, as well as organic chatbots, Google My Business to help people get more reviews. So we really focus on those local businesses, and it's tough because they can't be a franchise because you have to deal with the franchise headquarters, and trying to go through that just isn't worth the time. But they also have to be make enough money every month to kind of justify the costs that we charge, where we charge somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 a month.
That makes total sense. We work a lot with small businesses as well. So, are you guys just like local? Or are you global?
So
Who
I
can
mean,
you
we're
work with?
nationwide. So because everything we do, we don't have to have like a formal office or anything like that. In fact, I have a team of people that live in different countries that will, help do the SEO or the Facebook ads or build the website. Just really kind of depends on what the specific client needs. But so there's no need for a brick and mortar type of location.
Okay. How many people do you work with? Like who? Like besides you running it?
Sure. So I mean, I have a team of 8 people where
Okay.
each different person kind of has a different role. So one could be like editing videos or graphic design, people doing more development work, like on people's websites, and setting up like calendars and that like do different workflows that will basically say like, hey, once someone, you know, um, likes something on Facebook, it could like send out a whole series of automations to try to get that person to do other things.
Okay. So like question, when people like promote something, say that like I have a post on Instagram that I want to promote to get more views.
Sure.
Do you do that?
Sure. I mean,
Like boosting a post.
so I mean that's something that just like a regular individual can do, and they would probably really just spend some money through Instagram or Facebook and boost. So we don't really use Instagram quite as much because we use more Facebook because we have a lot of content or written content to get people to do something. But we do a little bit with Instagram, and so you wouldn't want us really just for one post. It's usually like we are constantly doing like all of your content so that we get all make sure that it's on brand and that sort of thing. Um, so it's usually again not that single or singular sort of thing.
So you can do the same thing with like websites though. It doesn't have to just be through Facebook.
Correct. So usually what we prefer to do is like we have a core kind of package that we offer people where we'll do their SEO, we'll do their social media. Because for some people that might be Facebook, some people find that LinkedIn might be better for their business. It really just kind of depends. Then we also do chatbots and Google My Business.
So chatbots.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me a little bit about that.
So do you ever go to a website and in the bottom right corner see like a little button or it says like it's a place to ask questions or get more information? So we could do so we have a way to put those on there. Sometimes you'll have people kind of pre-write what they the typical questions that people are going to ask. Again, we're typically working with local businesses, so it's like how or so it's kind of just along the lines like what are your hours? Are you going to be open on this day, for a holiday or that type of thing? And so we could kind of already fill out those sorts of things, but we could also now throw AI in there and kind of train it in terms of these are the services that that office might offer. We could talk about different things, and we could kind of train the AI to answer the questions that people might have regarding the business, and at the same time also have the AI kind of try to lead them to scheduling an appointment, so that you can really get those people into the have your shot at trying to bring them into the business.
So have you had a interesting time teaching other people how to use this?
Yes, many times, we deal with a lot of people that aren't necessarily very tech savvy. So we just usually try not to even talk to, the people very often. It's more like, hey, we're going to do these things for you. And most of them already know that they're not super tech savvy and don't really understand everything. And so they're kind of like, okay, just you do your thing. You know what you're doing. We trust you. And, they see the difference in terms of, by collecting more revenue.
Gotcha. So you've been doing this for a hot minute as far as like the tech world is concerned. So what do you see going into the future? I know that this has only been 3 or 4 months that you've been in this specific industry, but what do you see moving forward?
Well, I mean, we know that AI is huge. There's all sorts of stuff going on with it. Now, again, that's AI at a completely different level than what we're doing. Ours is just kind of more automations to make, to help with marketing. There was this whole thing with like $500 billion being invested, and they're trying to figure out how to cure cancer. So, I think that's definitely where things are going to go. However, with what we're doing, we're looking at just more like things. What can we do to make life easier for people that are, that are running a business? But who knows what AI is going to do? I do believe that AI is going to change like all sorts of local businesses. I think that it's going to kind of almost force people or force businesses into using AI because it's going to be super cost effective. It's going to be able to do things really well. I'm not sure if you've ever played around with ChatGPT at all.
No, I'm the opposite of tech savvy.
Okay. Well, if you can just go to ChatGPT and it's, they've got a free version. I've had it rewrite like, different things from emails to propositions to different things. And it's amazing what comes out. Like, it's like just incredible the way that it does things. And so I think that you're going to see a lot more people start relying very heavily on AI.
So how do people reach you and your business to help them out?
So the best way for them to reach me is they could go to my business at digitalaimagic.com. We also do have a Facebook page, but it's not quite actually. It's under a different name, I think, or a different URL. So that's one way. Another way is they could also give us a call. Our phone number is 404 975 0032.
Great. So before we finish up, what is something when developing this business, what was something that maybe you struggled with that other people can learn from?
Sure. So, I mean, just, some of the people that we've been trying to work with, we kind of have gotten ghosted sometimes, like start working with people in terms of putting out like proposals and just all of a sudden they kind of ghost us and like spend a lot of time talking with them, learning more about them and their business, putting stuff together. So, the actual sales part in one or two cases has been difficult. But, in general right now, everything else is going pretty well. Just kind of keeping up with all the news. A couple of days ago, there's a new AI that came out from China that costs like only $5 million, where we're spending like hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's doing really well. People seem to like it. And it's actually kind of messed up the stock market, actually kind of dropped a lot because of it. So I thought that was interesting. But I was talking with my AI guy earlier today, and he said that he messed with it and he didn't like it. So I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff changing all the time.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your advice for anybody that is looking into going into their own industry and burning their ship essentially and starting their own business?
Well, the first thing is, do your research about the industry that you're getting into. Make sure you really do it. And then also, make sure that you're in a good position to do it. But, I think that you definitely have to burn the ship. I mean, don't leave yourself away back out of it. Sometimes, you got to run through every brick wall that you get into. There's, I mean, we have every business has their own problems, and you can't just give up on the first, try if something happens, or even the second try. But just remember that, it just only takes like one thing to happen that can just lead to momentum to the next thing, the next domino, and next domino, and the next domino. But you have to be willing to keep going and burn that ship.
That's great advice. But thank you so much for coming in, and repeat your
So it's
email and everything for people to follow.
Sure. So it's digitalaimagic.com. Our phone number is 404-975-0032. Or you can reach us also at info or sales at digitalaimagic.com.
Great. Thank you so much, Adam. I really appreciate you.
You too. It's
Thanks
great
for
to see you.
sharing your little tips and tricks. And thank you, guys. See ya.